All right, so in this lesson, we're going to talk about stem and leaf plots, which is a way of displaying data graphically. Okay, so we have an example of a stem and leaf plot over here. So people are going into a health center and they're asked their age and they're given, these are the ages that were given, okay? And a stem plot was made based on those ages. So what we have in the stem plot, we have the stem, okay? So the stem here represents the tens, okay? So this is going to represent 15, 17, 18, 20, 21, 31, 33, etc. So the stems here represent tens, and the leaves, okay, the stems are the left part of this bar that separates them. So the stems are the 1, 2, and 3, and the leaves are everything on the right. So the stems represent tens, the leaves represent ones. Okay, so it's just a more compact way of representing a data set. And most of the time in a stem and leaf plot, you'll have a key. And by the way, this n equals 11 means that there are 11 people total that were asked their age, and is your sample size. So 11 people were sampled that were asked their age. And our key here is that 1 bar 15 represents 15 years of age. Again, the 1 represents tens, and the 5 represents ones. The 1 is the stem, the 5 is the leaf. Okay? All right, let's go through a couple of examples. The stem and leaf plot below gives the test scores for 16 students in Mr. Carter's science class. Use the plot to answer the questions. So our key 5 with the 5 and the 8 represents a score of 58. So 5 being the stem, 8 being the leaf, okay? It's usually going to work that way. It's that usually the stem is going to represent tens, and the leaf is going to represent ones, but it doesn't have to. We can have it represent other values as well. Okay, lowest score overall, that's going to be 5, 8, which represents a score of 58. How many students scored in the 80s? The 80s have the stem of 8, so these 4 scored in the 80s, so 81, 85, 87, and another 87. What was the highest score in the 70s? So we're going to go to the stem of 7, and our highest score in the 70s are the 2 9s, so those are scores of 79. Okay, next one, the stem and leaf plot gives the gas mileages in miles per gallon for 14 new cars. Use the plot to answer these questions. So our key here, 1 with the bar and the 7 means a gas mileage of 17. So again, our stem represents tens, and our leaf represents ones. Okay. The highest gas mileage overall, so we're looking for the highest stem is 4, and the highest leaf within that stem is 6, so that's going to be a gas mileage of 46. How many cars have a gas mileage in the 30s? So we're looking for a stem of 3, that's over here, and there are 4 different cars within that stem. What is the lowest gas mileage in the 20s? So we're going to go to the stem of 2, and there are 5 cars that get mileages in the 20s. The lowest gas mileage in the 20s is going to be 21.